Guys, how you doing this morning? It's me. It's a very cold morning here in Florida for March the 16th, 2017. Um, Current temperature right now is 41 degrees at 5:20. Anyway, what is there to discuss? Um, let's see. The 101st anniversary of the sinking of RMS Titanic is come up next month. On April the 14th, 1912, RMS Titanic was almost halfway through its voyage from Southampton to New York, but it would never make it to New York. It collided with an iceberg and it sank by 2:45 in the morning, taking some 1,500 souls down with it, including Captain E.J. Smith. And basically, the history of Titanic began just about, about a year before it was to make its main voyage. It was her sister, RMS Olympic, that had the most problems. With, when she first set sail from Southampton to New York. And basically, this was during the immigrant move, as a number of immigrants were coming from the Middle East and Europe to have a better life here in America. And shortly after, RMS Olympic had a collision with a Royal Navy cruiser, HMS Hawke. Titanic was right. She was the largest ship in the world, according to standards, when she was built at Harlem Wolff in Ireland, where nearly some 5,000 workers worked on Titanic, and she was to be the biggest in the world. If you had her on the front of the ship, that's pointing straight up, it would have been twice as big as the Empire State Building, and twice as big as the Freedom Tower in New York City. Now, Titanic was to make its main voyage in early April of 1912. She was to stop in Brest, France first, before continuing on to New York City. But on Sunday, April the 14th, 1912, Titanic was coming into cold and uncharted waters near Halifax, Nova Scotia. And it was at that time that RMS Titanic, at flanking speed, had collided with an iceberg. It sliced her open, and water started slipping in. As water was going deeper and deeper into the ship, the captain had ordered for women and children only to board the lifeboats, and before it was all over, 705 passengers were rescued out of a total 1,500 passengers on board Titanic, including Captain Smith himself. All had perished. Now, years later, in 1986, Robert Ballard found RMS Titanic broken in two. Now, I'll show you. Let me get this. Titanic was like this as she was sinking, and as that was happening, she broke in two. The front half of the ship was to go under. The other was to stay afloat, and the water started filling in, and she started going down. She went down with so much force, it exploded the ship. And according to reports, that Titanic's metal was brittle. Now, when a ship is going through cold water, that steel has to stay intact. Well, no question about it. But the sad thing about that is, out of all those immigrants that were on board, they were families who wanted to start a better life here in America, and they would never live to see it. And that is it on the sinking of RMS Titanic. There's videos on RMS Titanic, there's books on RMS Titanic, and there's museums that is in tribute to the passengers and crew and the ship itself. And the 1997 box office hit movie Titanic, which starred Kate Winslet and Leonardo DiCaprio and Bill Paxton. And it was directed by the director from the Terminator films, Terminator 1 and 2. And that is it on the sinking of RMS Titanic. And I would like to say thank you very much for watching this video. Please, like always, like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, see you around.